Now, this is extraordinary. 50,000 Australians, says official data, have gone on the dole and/or youth allowance.
Devastating.
Households are now losing up to 45% of their income in taxes. I mean, this is significant. And we know that the revenues, tax revenues collected by federal and state governments, will hit a 23-year high this year. Now, come the middle of the year, we get this $15 a week tax break. That's going to look like a drop in the ocean politically for the Prime Minister, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, Peter, it is. I mean, looking today at these reports, we've got over 120 different taxes in Australia. What's $15? Is that a sandwich at the local shop? And you can't even buy a sandwich some places here in Melbourne for $15. I don't think it's going to make a great lot of difference. And people will welcome tax relief when they get it, but that is a very small amount. And Peter, I think these tax rates are just too high for families and households. We're all feeling the pinch, you know, across the board, across the population now, but it feels like the amount going out in taxes each week just seems to be growing and growing.
What Labor governments do.
50,000 Australians, says official data, have gone on the dole and/or youth allowance in the last 5 months to February. Now, that's despite historically low unemployment rates and the fact that many businesses are looking for staff. Adding the fact that this week we saw stats come out that said almost 1 in 3 jobs created over the past year were jobs to service the NDIS.
Yes.
Almost 1 in 3 jobs created over the past year were jobs to service the NDIS. Well, Daniel, you know, we've got almost 1 million people on the job. We've got businesses around the country desperate for workers. We've got, you know, a great many people coming in via immigration as well. But my concern too is those NDIS jobs. I mean, this is a taxpayer paying there. It's a taxpayer paying for everybody on the dole. How's this sustainable?
Well, it isn't on the current rate, Peter. The issue we've got is the government is saying that its objective is to limit the growth of the NDIS to 8% a year. That's about 5% in real terms. Our economy is growing at about 2.5% in real terms. So even under the optimistic scenario, the NDIS will still be growing at double the rate as our entire economy. Now, whatever spending program or welfare program it is, if it's growing faster than the entire economy, you're setting up the nation for a financial calamity, and that is where we're headed. There's another point, Peter, which is the NDIS came into full in 2019. We then had the COVID lockdowns. If you look at the rate of welfare dependency, it skyrocketed in that period, and it has not dropped back down anywhere near to where it was prior to 2019. So we're seeing entrenched welfare dependency, and Australians
need a better government.